But if I wanted to do a muscle energy technique to lengthen hamstrings, I could do it in this position. I'd be here. Let's say, okay, bend your knee. Then slowly relax. That was contract, relax. Okay, go and bend your knee. I could have a person go through range. Okay, push through me. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. That's all concentric shortening. You don't get hit. Okay, that's right. Good lesson learned. No concussion. Didn't get it. No, did not get it.
Almost did.
Yeah,
But I realized
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, I gotta move.
So mindfulness of where you are. Okay, bend. Okay, keep coming, keep coming. That's why keeping your hands on what's moving towards you. Okay, good.
Get kicked in the face.
Now relax.
Good idea.
Now you see how there's like, one could be just a contract, relax that has very little movement, and one could have a lot of movement. If I incorporate more movement, arguably that is more effective to apply inhibitory pressure, and then I'm sending a signal to this muscle to lengthen through squashing it. Then it's going to be more difficult for said muscle to concentrically shorten, which is also a signal to the body through the nervous system saying you should lengthen. But the other option attached to this would be having them move the opposite direction, shortening the antagonist muscles. So we're here, and I apply pressure, and I have a person straighten their knee, go into extension, extend their knee. Now I've done compression plus antagonist contract. This also gets called reciprocal inhibition. This is where the melding of muscle energy techniques can get real odd, because it can be, if I just did this, inhibitory pressure of hamstrings, which when they shorten are knee flexors, and I'm going to have her activate her knee extensors. Go ahead and push against me. I could just hold it right there, like an isometrics, right? From a muscle energy standpoint, you'd have to give it this oomph. Gotta be mean.
I was just feeling like,
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
Fine,
good.
I don't want to
Yeah. You'll always
mess with it.
feel more with the shortening. Okay. That could be called reciprocal inhibition. There is debate. It's been kind of like, it's more of a response than a technique. Okay. Reciprocal inhibition is a component, but it's related to the agonist-antagonist relationship. When the extensors of the knee shorten, they're sending a signal to the flexors of the knee to lengthen, and vice versa. When the flexors of the knee shorten, they're sending a signal to the extensors of the knee to lengthen. So to be able to play this nice, smooth, let me do it right. Balancing act, okay? Now, we could do I shorten it, I passively shorten it, I compress it, I passively lengthen it. That's called pin and stretch. Okay, that's not too bad. I shorten it, I pin it, I lengthen it. You could do that lots of places. This is just a kind of an easier one to demonstrate and show. All right. If I shorten it, I compress it, and I have them actively lengthening it, meaning it can't just be isometric like this, push. But, okay, push through me, keep going. That's active release technique.
So,
active release technique is just active pin and stretch. It's active movement, pin and stretch is all ART, active release technique is. So if you can learn pin and stretch, then if you actively have them push through range into the stretch, it's active release technique. All right. Now what would probably be the most effective thing to do? Let me do it on the other side so she's somewhat symmetrical. Inhibitory pressure plus concentric shortening. Okay, shorten, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Through some resistance, keep coming, keep coming. Okay, good, let go. contract, relax, okay, push, antagonist, contract. Now I've sent all the signals.
You
Relax.
just did it all once.
All at once. And rather than getting, I'm annoyed with people calling it proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation technique. Say that really fast. PNF. I do PNF technique. Proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation technique, but you sound smart, so PNF. But we're incorporating inhibitory pressure with these techniques. There are constructs with this, because most of our techniques could be just done like this. Okay, push against me. I'm not applying inhibitory pressure. Push, 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 push. Okay, relax. Push, 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 push. That's still contract, relax, antagonist, contract. Right? So we get the added bonus of incorporating inhibitory pressure. So that is a physical manifestation of telling the structure to lengthen, plus having the nervous system actually activate. So I'm compressing the tissue and mechanically lengthening it while having them then shorten it, push, shorten, 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 relax, lengthen, 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 lengthen. Muscles are supposed to be good at both. They're supposed to be good at concentrically shortening and eccentrically lengthening. So if we can identify an area that's stuck a bit too concentrically short, then we're going to say, okay, that's what you want to do too much of. I'm going to make that harder, and I'm going to make the opposite action easier. And that's the conversation I can have with the nervous system while implying a mechanical force into the tissue at the same time. So if you can, and the person's on board with it being like more of an active movement session, that's going to be your most valuable technique. And it doesn't have to be super extreme, but incorporating inhibitory pressure plus active movement with a more precise way of thinking, well, how can I have them shorten the structure I'm pushing on and then actively lengthen it? That will be probably the most valuable thing you will have, aside from the added piece of also thinking about these firing patterns. On that, your safest and easiest initial technique, now we've discussed it some, is positional release. Okay? Positional release, super safe, super fantastic. You find a spot. Sarah, where would you have a spot?
That left SI joint.
Left, okay, left SI joint.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a spot. Okay, I'm gonna find a spot. Tell me when we're,
Yeah.
okay. Found a tender point. Is it a trigger point? Is it a tender point? I don't know. Okay, pressure okay?
Yeah.
Right on the edge, that therapeutic edge. I want it to feel like it's doing something, but not too much. Okay, now move your hips, even your shoulders, everything around. Find a place that makes where I'm pushing feel less tender.
Right there.
Okay, these can be subtle little changes, but it's still compression plus active movement. I'm just saying, you move whatever you need to make right where I'm pushing feel better, more comfortable. They hold it for at least 10 seconds and slowly move out of it. Slowly move out of it. Say slowly let go. And then is it better, worse, or the same?
Much better.
It's magic. Positional release. Tender spot. Move whatever you need to. You could wiggle your ears for all I care. But it's a conversation with the nervous system. It can be amazing watching what they do. And that gave me tons of information. Guess what she did? Externally rotated this hip. I would go, you're having symptoms here. I am going to assume whatever that is happening there is correlated with your external hip rotators being too tight. And I would come here and I would search in those deep lateral hip rotators, see if I could find something there. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, and that's okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, okay, it is piriformis. I tend to, I'm bad about not going after the popular one. All right, same thing. I'm gonna have you move your hip this way or that way. Find a position that's more comfortable. That way compared to the other way.
Oh, yeah, that's worse.
Okay, come back. Now, I already had her do contract, relax, antagonist, contract as she searched for that. But now, hold. and slowly back to middle. Get better, worse, stay the same.
A little bit better.
A little bit better. Okay, let's go a little bit further. Now let's do a contract, relax, antagonist, contract. If I'm going to shorten the deep lateral hip rotators, I actually have to have her move her leg that way. So push against me here, go that way. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push. Keep going. That's external or lateral hip rotation. Okay, let go. You push against me this way. Now that's lengthening them. Good. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Good. Let go. Okay, switch. Inside. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Going. Good. And switch. Oh, did that get easier?
Oh yeah.
And good. Let go. Now, better, worse, the same.
Better.
And we're a magician. And you move on. So, yeah, I know the jargon of it is nasty, but it's not that bad practically. The most valuable thing I can tell you is if you find a thing, have a little bit of a convo with them, and then start with that positional release thing. That might show you a lot of movements that are probably correlated. All right.